Took us a couple of tries, but we are on the air with American Legion Baseball, and a good evening to you, wherever you are, coast to coast and around the globe, as we welcome you to Kiwanis Field as Fairfield takes on Greenwich in the series finale in 17U. Well, a good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us as we welcome you inside the press box, and again, very good evening to you. Should be a fun one for baseball. Now, some interesting storylines coming in to this game. You see, it is almost 5:30. The field is empty, and that is because we are still trying to find some players. A couple of interesting notes on each side. For Fairfield, they field 10. 9 of them are usuals. 1 is a call-up. And for Greenwich, they actually are missing 4 players. They only have 9 tonight because 4 of their players were injured in a car crash on the way here. So we are obviously going to send our condolences out to the 4 players and hope everybody is all right. And hopefully you guys will be back in action pretty soon. Now, we do have baseball to play despite all of this, and we are almost ready to go. It is a picture-perfect night here at Kiwanis Field, and we can't wait for this matchup. Fairfield, well, they dropped. They're not doing so hot. They dropped 3 in a row to the white Greenwich, to the Greenwich white team. They play the Greenwich blue team tonight, and the 19U did the same over the weekend. So the 19Us actually are in Norwalk tonight. We will get a chance to see them tomorrow at 5:30 when they play host to that very same Norwalk team. They'll finish out their series on Thursday. We will not be in Norwalk. We will be here for Fairfield and Norwalk in 17U. So we're trying to get a good amount of everybody, as good of everybody as we can. But obviously, we want to send our condolences out to those 4 Greenwich players. Hopefully everybody does recover and is all right, and we hope to see you back out on the field soon. We are going to take a short break, and when we return, we will hopefully get this one going despite only having 19 players combined between the 2 teams. We'll talk in a minute here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
Believe in patriotism.
Pre-game show, rather, as we get set for the first of a, one-game series, something you're not going to see normally in American Legion Baseball, between Fairfield and Greenwich Blue, getting set for that, and it should be fun. We are actually still waiting on lineups, so that should be interesting, and we will obviously try and get them to you as soon as we can, but obviously, due to the circumstances and everything, we understand when we are unable to get lineups. We will try, and again, we will do our best to get those lineups for you. And we will actually take one more short break, and hopefully baseball when we return.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Back on the Legion Extra pregame show, Adam Blank with you as Fairfield and Greenwich set to do battle in just a moment in 17U baseball, and should be an interesting matchup we see as Fairfield and Greenwich will get ready to do battle in just a bit. We will wait, and hopefully we're ready to go in about 2 minutes or so. Again, we're working on very limited information, and we're going to get the Fairfield roster likely, but not the Greenwich, but we'll figure it out as we go along, and hopefully due to the circumstances and everything, you understand watching at home. So we cannot wait to get this game underway. Again, we'll be here Wednesday and Thursday. Tomorrow and Thursday, that is. We'll have 19U baseball tomorrow when Fairfield hosts Norwalk, and then Fairfield will host Norwalk in 17U baseball, on Thursday. And then we'll take off for a little bit. We'll take the July 4th weekend, get recalibrated, and hopefully join you shortly after that for the remainder of the season. I believe our first broadcast in July, correct me if I'm wrong, should be after that July 4th weekend. So when we come back, it will be our first broadcast in July. Some quick personal news from me. Just finished the deal last night, basically. And I'm not sure if you've seen it on Twitter or not, but High Noon is my new talk show. It is going to be on Sports Country Internet Radio, and it is debuting on Thursday. I'll record it likely tomorrow, and it'll debut Thursday. You can listen every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, as the name would state. So definitely hope you tune in, and thanks for doing so if you should choose to do that. And I thank you for it. It'll be, so the way to find it, you can just go on to Twitter and search Sports Country Internet Radio, click on their website, and then you can follow to get to the player from there. So it should be fun, and it's going to be a good experience. I'll definitely talk some Legion, hopefully get some interviews on there, and it should be a very rewarding and fun way to spend the summer. Again, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, it's High Noon, live on Sports Country Internet Radio. We see the umpires. The coaches should be around here somewhere. They're coming out for ground rules. So we'll take one final break and the Legion Extra postgame, and we will get ready for American Legion baseball when we return. This has been the Legion Extra pregame show, and we will return with baseball from Kiwanis Field. The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303. And don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com. The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169 or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
High above Diamondside at Kiwanis Field. We're ready to go for American Legion Baseball once more as Fairfield takes on Greenwich in the first of a 3-game midweek series. Hello, everybody. Again, Aiden Blank. Thanks for tuning in to our broadcast through the Legion Extra pregame show and now through our full game coverage as Fairfield takes on Greenwich. Almost set to go. The coaches getting ready as they are going over ground rules with the umpires. And as we do that, I'll try and find a roster here as looks like we have one. And Fairfield is almost ready to go. They come in, I believe, we'll check right now, but not doing so hot after getting swept out of their series over the weekend. And they do come in, however, now looking to recalibrate and get a win. Not impossible. I would say they're more likely to make the state tournament than our 19U team, but who is playing over in Norwalk today. They're 2-10. Fairfield comes into this matchup 6-7. So a game below 500, a .462 winning percentage. And Greenwich actually comes in 3-4 with a .429 winning percentage. So two teams separated by just one in the win column. By just one in the standings. Fairfield, again, currently holds that last spot for the in the playoff race. The top four make it. Currently Stanford at 13-2 has the one spot at 10-3. Greenwich White has the 10-3 second spot. At 8-3, it's Trumbull in the 3 spot, and Fairfield in the 4 spot is 6-7. Greenwich just a spot below them at 3-4, and Ridgefield a spot below that at 4-6. Wilton also at 4-10. Bridgeport is the last place team at 1-14. So really, this is anybody's game so far. Obviously, we're so early in the season, you can never tell. But Greenwich Blue comes in having lost 2. Fairfield comes in having lost 4 in a row. That is scary. You can't streak like that. There is a lot of streaking in American Legion baseball, but you cannot streak like Fairfield Junior Legion is streaking right now. This is it's a little early in the season to say a must-win game, but this is as close to a must-win game as you're going to get at a time like this. They lose this game, and they will likely drop a spot or 2, depending on what Ridgefield and Wilton do, or 3 in the standings, and they really cannot afford to go down more than go lower than Greenwich in the standings. Both teams come in 6 games back of the 13-2 Stanford Legion team that is currently leading the zone. They come in just 4 games back of the Greenwich White team and 3 games back of the Trumbull team. They're also a half a game ahead of Ridgefield and 2.5 games ahead of Wilton. So almost ready to get you set for Junior Legion baseball in 17U as we await the first pitch at this point. The Fairfield and Stamper players both kind of hanging out as we are almost ready to get things going on a gorgeous Tuesday night that will kick off our 3 straight days of Legion baseball. We will play tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have some, let's see. Tomorrow we will have a 5:30 matchup again, Fairfield and Norwalk, and then these 2 teams meet up again here at 5:30 on the 28th. So, and the 19U is an interesting fact, playing on the, we can't call it brand new, but playing on a newish field over at up at Norwalk High School at Nathan Hale Middle School. It's a gorgeous field. Unfortunately, we couldn't get down there to broadcast. Not really a broadcast-friendly school, but should be pretty interesting. Again, we'll take off the 28th from Thursday until, I believe, a week from then, the 7th. Just trying to double-check that. We'll come out with a 3-game weekend series that we'll do between Fairfield and Trumbull. That will be played 2 games here on the 7th, 10 and 12, and then at 10 a.m. the next morning we'll have Fairfield and Trumbull. That should be fun, and then after that we'll get you a midweek. The season is coming to an end, believe it or not. Only a couple weeks away from ending, and of course we'll have in-depth coverage of the postseason and that kind of stuff. But yeah, wow, this is crazy. Only 3 series to go after this week. We will have 3 series in July, and the season is over. The 23rd, we will likely be here for the Zone 4 All-Star Games. We'll have complete coverage of that, but we're done. The 21st is the last game, and this is going to be pretty crazy. We're trying to do a triple header that day. That will be it. The 21st is the last day of games. So that is really something, that we are this close. Feels like it's just getting going, and now we're talking about ending the season. So we'll give you the coverage. So we'll take off basically the entire week, and we'll pick things up. We're done after Thursday. We are done until Saturday of the next week. So a week from this Saturday, it will be a series between Fairfield and Trumbull. They will start off, as we said, 10 and 12 right here at Kiwanis Field on Saturday. And then Sunday, the 8th, it's Fairfield and Trumbull. We'll have the coverage at 10 a.m. from Trumbull High School. It's going to be beautiful. We'll try and get you something you haven't really seen at all this season, and that is a moving camera. We're trying to work that out as we're working the tech issues out as well. And then after that, it's a midweek series. That's the 10th, 11th, and 12th. We'll have all the 19U games. Fairfield and Westport. We will have the first 2 on the 10th and 11th, which are, let's see, 2 weeks from now. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday and Wednesday will be from, we will be here, at 5:30, Fairfield and Westport, and then It's Fairfield and Westport from Staples High School. Not sure if we can get you a moving camera there. We'll have to look. But they'll play at Staples High School that weekend. And then that weekend, we'll actually take off till the 21st. And the 21st, our big day. I'm going to try and find somebody to come on and help that day, Saturday, the 21st. 3 games, 1 day. We're going to have a doubleheader of 19U, Fairfield and Ridgefield at 10 and 12, and then 2 o'clock, it'll be the 17U game. That will be the final broadcast of, unless somebody makes the state tournament, of American Legion Baseball for us. But we will be back the 2 days later, the 23rd, which is a Monday, and we will talk with you from the zone for All-Star games. So that should be fun. And that should be it. So it's really crazy that they're done. They're nearly done. Cannot believe it. So again, we get the games, as many games as we can. We try to get to you. We try. And most of the games we'll do. We'll get most of those games on.
Do private practice too, or strictly time?
So how about another break? Not sure. This game is now 13 minutes over its scheduled start time. So we're going to take a quick break and try and get some information, maybe some starting lineups, and talk to you on the flip side of this commercial break.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com. The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169, or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com. The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169, or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats. Welcome back to Kiwanis Field. We're still awaiting first pitch of this one. Again, not sure what's holding up. We do know that there were some Greenwich players involved in an accident earlier. Again, we want to send our condolences out to them, and thanks. Hopefully they're tuning in. That would be nice. But again, our condolences to them, and hopefully they are. Everybody is all right in that. And Fairfield fields 10 tonight. We will take. Well, I don't want to take another break. We just took like an hour-long break. Let's see. We'll try and find something fun to do. If you guys have any suggestions or questions about the team, we can turn this into a little bit of a talk show. If you have any questions, send them in. You have the comments section. Comment them and let us know where you're watching from. Give us some questions. Do you think Fairfield has a shot at making the playoffs? Do you think Greenwich has a shot at making the playoffs? Do you think both that has there been a team as dominant as Stanford has? And I don't know. We got to find something to do. We are now 19 minutes overbooked. At 5:49, game was originally starting at 5:30. We'll try and figure out what's going on. We'll try and figure it out. Again, this is a pretty bad situation for everybody, being that there's no Stanford player. Stanford's missing 4 of their players, and of course, again, condolences, the whole thing. It looks like Fairfield's manager has left the huddle. The umpire is still conversing. We'll tell you what. One more break. I'll play one commercial. Be very short with it, and I'll try and find out what's going on, and we'll report back to you on this flip side of this commercial break. Again, thanks for watching us here on the Legion Extra. I guess we'd still consider this a pregame show. So thanks for watching. Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169, or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats. All right. So here is the latest. It seems as if we are trying to figure out where those Greenwich players are. They seem to be trying to make the game. Again, thanks for tuning in. So, I got nothing. I mean, unless you want me to start singing or doing theater or something, we will take a short break, and we'll leave you with a nice, pretty graphic. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll leave you with a short commercial graphic, and I promise, as soon as we get this game going, you will be the first to know. We are now 23 minutes late on this start time. Legion Extra pregame show continues after this.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com. The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169, or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats. Okay, so we have an update for you as we welcome you back upstairs here at Kiwanis Field. We'll get you starting lineups, which we have now. And this could be the car right now that is just pulling up outside the parking lot. So we do have some some information just told by the umpires. The issue, we are waiting on the kids from Greenwich. Of course, we have no problem doing that, and at this point, it is basically a rain delay, just waiting for these kids to show up. So they are on their way, and we will start as soon as they get here. Greenwich has 9. Greenwich will have 13 when these kids show up. Fairfield has 10 on the night. So with that in mind, your Fairfield Legion starting lineup for tonight, leading off is Austin Curran, followed by Joey D'Elia, Reese Palumbo, Sam Weinstein. It'll be Prue, then Aaron Feewiger, Jack Hernandez, and Matola, and John Salerno. So the pitcher for tonight will be Sam Weinstein. He will pitch as Austin Curran pitched over the weekend. So Curran is no good for today. He will likely pitch sometime during the week, possibly when we see them again on Thursday. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll try and stick with you. I'll give you a little preview talking about I was talking about my talk show earlier. We've gotten some requests. Again, comment things you want to hear about. Anything that you would like to hear me talk about as we wait for these kids to show up. Well, first of all, good news that these kids are okay. Second of all, we've at 6:09, and Greenwich is the away team. So as soon as these kids are here, will show up. I mean, they should really start this now, and they show up when they show up. But apparently Greenwich is also down a pitcher. We will continue here on the Legion Extra pregame show. Those just tuning in, thanks for joining us. A little bit of a delay here, up to a half an hour, just over it at this point. We are waiting for some kids from Greenwich that have got into a car accident. They are fine, and they are on their way here, and they will be set to go. We are just waiting on them. It looks like the Fairfield team is gathered outside their dugout, or for the majority, so that's good. And the good news is it's not going to be that hot. I mean, it was pretty hot earlier in the day, but won't be that hot for first pitch, as hot as we thought it would be. But we're kind of just having some fun, so comment or let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching for. Have some fun with it. As Fairfield will look to beat a 4-game losing streak. Again, the headline tonight, a battle of losing streaks. And this series will likely decide who oh, here we go. So they are here. And it looks like we are just about ready to get things underway with that. So finally, after almost actually it's 6:10 right on the dot. So after now it's 6:11. They got here at 6:10, we'll call it. After a 40-minute delay, we are set to go for Legion baseball here, and I was about to start doing musical theater, so thank God that they got here. Again, Sam Weinstein will toe the rubber for Fairfield. And we will see who toes the rubber for Greenwich. Very interesting note. The son of the legendary New York Giants player Tiki Barber is playing on this team tonight. He will start the game on the bench. Let's see. So Greenwich actually will use a designated hitter. That will be McGrath in place of their starting pitcher, Bleichland. So he will not bat tonight again, you do have that option in American Legion Baseball, so they decide they would like to use it, and in just a moment, it'll be Hirsch to lead things off for the Greenwich Cannons. On a picture-perfect night, you could literally take a picture of this and put it on a postcard, and it would look quite incredible, as they say in the trade. So again, Weinstein will start tonight. We actually saw him a little bit earlier, so again, we're ready to get things going finally after, again, a 40-minute delay. And this should be fun. We'll take a look at the Greenwich starting lineup as into the box comes Toby Hirsch. He'll get things going. He'll play in right field tonight. First pitch is on its way at 6:13 on a Wednesday night. It is 43 minutes late, but we do not care as Weinstein will let off some steam. It's on the inside part of the plate and high. 1 ball, no strikes to Toby Hirsch. They're going to have to try and make these in-between innings go very quickly. As the second pitch on the way, Weinstein kicks and fires. It's another ball. It's upstairs. So, again, 43 late. They're shouting, hurry up from the Greenwich dugout. They want to go home. They have a pretty long ride ahead of them as the count moves very quickly to 3-0. The 3-0. And he walks them. So a 4-pitch walk. How about that for a sequence of events? A 40-minute delay and then a 4-pitch walk to begin the game. As Greenwich certainly off to a good start. As up to the plate steps Michael Carnangelo. Carnangelo, we'll call him. That first pitch is a ball. Count moves 1-0. A ball and no strikes the count. Ian Carnangelo with a man off first. Will take a strike first of the ball game, and it's right down the middle, the 1-1 the count. Carnangelo will play at second base for the Cannons as the 1-1 on its way. Weinstein kicks and fires. He squares to bunt. It's right back to him. They'll go to first and get the out. That's out number 1, but Greenwich will get a man in scoring position with only 1 down. We'll see if they can capitalize on it tonight. As that'll bring up our good friend Zach Olzai. Normally wears 37, wearing 33 tonight. The first pitch is foul back, strike 1. 0-1 the count. 0-1 your count as they'll step in. Weinstein comes set, looks the runner back at second base, and that's strike number 2. 0-2 the count. Again, if you're just joining us after a 43-minute delay because of a couple of Greenwich players getting into an accident, of course, they are all okay, which we waited as that's a ground ball to short, picked up, and it's going to be missed at first. Defensive errors have really plagued Fairfield at the 17U level this season, and we were talking earlier with Fairfield's manager, Susie, and he said, we haven't made a throw to first base from the infield all season long, and that has really been an issue 6, 7 games in. They can't make a throw. Is up to the plate. Will step Adrian Arnoldi. First pitch from Weinstein. Misses on the outside part of the plate. A ball and no strikes. Join us tomorrow night for 19U baseball. Fairfield will take on the Fairfield 19U will take on Norwalk in the middle of a 3-game midweek series. Of course, these two will play in Greenwich tomorrow night. That's strike 1, 1-1 the count. And then these two will play on Thursday. We'll have coverage of that right here. Hopefully, we'll start it actually at 5:30. Pitch on the way. Misses low. We'll go 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike with men on second and third. We'll see what Fairfield can do with it now. Definitely, Weinstein cannot give up runs in the first inning. That's kind of been the plague for both of these squads. That is ripped foul down the line. Knocked down by the third base coach, and we go to 2-2. Runs in the first inning and early in the games have really been a plague over the last few days and over the last few games for 19 and 17U. They've gotten behind early and that's kind of set the tone for the game. This is a check swing. Oncoming the center fielder, it drops in. They will have a play at the plate, but it's cut off by Weinstein in order to hold the runner at second. So the runner at second will hold, but Greenwich is on the board first in this game, and the Cannons take a 1-0 lead. Call it an RBI single. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt there as Adrian Arnoldi is able to get on, and that'll bring up Owen Bass, wearing number 2 on his back. That's ball 1 in the dirt, but will be knocked in front of him. It got away from him, but the key in a lot of those situations is keep the ball in front of you. As long as the ball's in front of you or relatively near you, the runner's not going to run. You could see Arnoldi was not ready to run. Pitch on the way. This one is cracked to center, and it is going to get over the head of the center fielder, D'Elia. 1 run is in. That's where they will hold him. Runners to second and third. And the Cannons take a 2-0 lead, and they threaten with even more. What a hit there. 2 balls that have been in the same relative area, except one just kind of carried a little bit more than the other. They both ended up being RBIs. That one an RBI double. The first one an RBI single. First pitch from Weinstein is ball number 1. 1-0 is the count. As Shane McLaughlin, wearing number 12 on his back, and catching tonight. Swings and misses. 1 ball and a strike. Excuse me, he'll be playing first base. Catcher tonight will be Adrian Arnoldi. Pitch on the way, and that's going to get down into left field. It's a base hit. Bobbled out and left by Salerno. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and the Cannons take a 4-0 lead. So a really good start for the Cannons. Out 4-0 and still only 1 gone here in the top of the first inning. It's almost as if that extra waiting time was what they needed. Up 4-0, and now a conference out on the mound as Fairfield's manager will go talk it over. Greenwich is managed by Scott Giorgi. This ball cracked into left center, and that will get down for a base hit. They'll throw back to second to make sure that nobody gets anywhere they shouldn't, and just like that, runners on first and second with 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Greenwich 4, Fairfield 0 is up to the plate. steps the DH, one of the few you'll see in Legion baseballs. They do like to have the pitchers hit. And that is Ethan Lillian. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1 the count. Lillian bats for the pitcher tonight. And he is Carson Byclew. That's in the dirt. They'll throw to third. Runner will get in there. So the count moves to 1-1. Both runners will advance a base, and with a ball, a strike in and out here in the top of the first inning, there are runners on second and third. As Weinstein comes to set, looks back both runners, and this ball chopped foul down the third base side and out of play. Count moves to 1-2. Again, a beautiful night for baseball from Kiwanis Field. Again, just getting underway. And if you're wondering why, we were waiting for a couple of players that were in an unfortunate car accident. That's ball one. That's ball two in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Weinstein has been fairly, fairly repetitive with his pitches. Has been able to get most of his pitches over the plate. That's going to be strike one, rather. So the count 1-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Or rather, that will be strike three. Got a little behind there, as that'll be strike number 3, and there is one away. Shaking his head, going back to the dugout, was Lillian. So very quickly, as that's ball 1-0 the count, very quickly we move to very close to the top of the order, as that will bring up Wyatt Kane. Pitch to him is a ball, 2 balls, no strikes the count. Greenwich out to a 4-0 lead. Top of the first inning here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. Thanks for joining us. Pitch on the way. This one, a little nubber, popped into center and caught for the final out of the inning, but not before the bats have come alive, and Greenwich is ready to go. 4-0. They lead it. We'll talk with you in the bottom of the first when we come back to the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169 or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country, impacting our nation through the America. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Bottom half of the first inning here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. I am Aiden Blank as we welcome you back atop Diamond side, Fairfield and Greenwich. Greenwich off to a 4-0 lead after a whole bunch of runs come in the first inning of things, as that will be the last of the pitches for Greenwich. For Fairfield, they'll lead off with Austin Curran, followed by Joey Delia, excuse me. Then Reese Palumbo, Sam Weinstein, Matt Prue, Aaron Fiewager, Jack Hernandez, Austin Matola, and then John Salerno as we get you set for baseball. Austin Curran gets it going. He will be playing third base. Somewhere we don't normally see him. He will get things going. Normally a pitcher We saw him pitch a lot over the weekend. His first pitch on the way, and he cracks it foul down the third base side and out of play. 0-1 the count. Again, Curran pitched almost all of last weekend, so don't expect to see him until possibly the last game of this series. That one right down the middle. And we quickly go to 0-2. Another thing that Fairfield has struggled with, especially when you talk about offensively, is they just have not been able to get ahead in the count. They've gotten way behind as Curran nearly drilled with that pitch 1-2. The count, they've really struggled with waiting on pitches and not being able to. Oh, what a nasty curveball in there for strike 3, and Curran goes down as the first batter of the inning, and there's one away. Just as I said, they had trouble getting behind the count. When they got behind the count, Curran goes 1-2, and then a nasty curveball as Joey Delia will step up. Don't be surprised if I can't say that name right. That's strike number 1. Don't be surprised if I can't say that name right for the majority of this game, as Delia will stand in. There you go. Foul back. Count moves to 0-2. For Fairfield, both teams, 17 and 19, you will get a much-needed break. One game during the week, and that's pretty much it before that weekend series. They'll get basically a week off. And considering that neither one of them have been doing terribly well recently, they might need this week off, but they will certainly take it, and hopefully they can get a couple of good wins before that. This one cracked on the ground to first, fielded. He'll flip it over, but it's going to be not in time, as Delia had just turned on the turbo that time, and he'll get to the base in time. Those are the kind of things Fairfield can do. Even if they're not hitting, they're still putting the ball in play, and they can still turn those kind of opportunities. They need to take advantage of those, where what should have been a routine ground ball out, as up steps Reese Palumbo, turns into man on first. And if they steal, you get a man in scoring position. That's strike number 1. And you can turn that into bigger things. So Palumbo will step in, playing at shortstop tonight. It's either usually shortstop, first base, or on the mound for this guy. That's a curveball that misses. This curveball, unbelievably, and I'm not sure if how much you can see from the camera, but this curveball that Bikeland has been serving up is absolutely nasty. Caught Curran looking his first time, just missed that time. This is a ground ball to short. That's one on to first, just missed him. So Palumbo will beat out the throw, and Fairfield will stay alive for another batter. That'll bring up Sam Weinstein, trying to help himself out on the mound tonight, wearing number 3 on his back with the, I would say, halfway stirrups, not fully up to his kneecaps, but not all the way down either. Those are the kind that I don't really appreciate. That's a check swing. Strike 1, fouled off. Those are the kind that I really, you can't appreciate that. You either go, if you're going to do stirrups, you either go full send, you got them all the way up, basically wear them as close to pants as you can, or you just wear them all the way down. And no shame in either one of those. Pitch on the way. Down the middle. Counts 0-2. But the halfway kind of thing, it's just, you pick one and you go with it. You can't do halfway. The 0-2. Cracked down the ground to short. They will go to second for the easy out. And didn't turn out to be that easy, as D'Arcangelo, slides and nearly slides off the bag. But that will do it. And Fairfield goes as close to 1-2-3 as you can without actually going 1-2-3. We will talk with you in the top of the second when we get back to the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Top half of the second inning here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. Aiden Blank, a pleasure to have you along with us as we've kind of been moving along rather fast after a 40-minute delay. It's nearly an hour past the scheduled start time, and Greenwich on top 4-0 here in the top of the second inning. As Weinstein will head out for... Oh, excuse me. It will not be Sam Weinstein. A pitching change already, and as always, this call to the bullpen is sponsored by Rawlings. Didn't even realize that. Figured Weinstein would go at least 2, but no. And as always, this call to the bullpen sponsored by Rawlings for bats, gloves, helmets, and all of your other equipment needs. Head over to your local Rawlings retail store. The pitcher to come in. The pitcher in question will be John Salerno, a freshman from Fairfield Ludlow. Will step in, and after nearly losing them a game in Bridgeport, will try and step in and win this one for Fairfield. He'll step in Weinstein's place. Looks like Weinstein... It looks like... Oh, no, we'll have some defensive changes, and we'll get them to you as we go along. Let's see. Looks like Weinstein in center field is actually going to be... I believe it's still going to be Joey Delia. Again, I told you. And a new face out in left field that we will try and put a name to. We know there was a call-up, and that is likely him. So the ball's being bounced around and thrown back to Salerno. And the top of the second is about to be underway. We'll lead things off top of the order with our good friend from Greenwich. He's Toby Hirsch. Salerno looks in, kicks, and fires. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Salerno known for his velocity, not necessarily for his accuracy, but regardless, he has been known to blow some teams away. As an absolute killer, one thing you do not want to do is get hit by him. As that ball will skip by the catcher. Will go 2-0 immediately. And when he has control issues, he's not somebody you want to have on the mound, but when he's pitching like we know he can pitch, and when he's throwing strikes, he's a very crucial asset to the team. That'll miss once more. 3-0 is the count. So trying to avoid a 4-pitch walk as Toby Hirsch will stand in. Salerno kicks, fires, and that's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. Second straight inning, Fairfield has led the inning off with a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring up D'Arcangelo, rather. That'll be Michael. He is the 5th in a long line of Michael DeCarnangelos. He's got nice blonde hair as he steps in, and the first pitch from Salerno misses ball 1. Hirsch not really looking like he wants to go anywhere off first, knowing that if Salerno keeps giving up 4-pitch walks, he may not have to steal any bases to score runs. Pitch on the way. That'll get by the catcher, and Hirsch all too eager to run to second base. He'll get there in time standing up. Not even as much as a throw from Jack Hernandez behind the plate. So Hirsch off second. Salerno won't even look, but now will step off. 2-0 the count with nobody out and 1 on here in the top of the second. Salerno looks in for the side. Comes to set. Looks back. Hirsch at second base. Kicks and fires. Misses on the inside part of the plate. Still has not thrown a strike. The count moves to 3-0. Again, kicks him, looks back, kicks and fires, and that's ball 4. So 8 balls to start the inning, and not the way you want to start if you're Salerno, especially considering what Greenwich did to Weinstein, who was throwing relatively well last inning, but still was having trouble finding the strike zone. Four more runs, you're out of this ball game. As that'll bring up Alza. Zach Alza, first pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. So 9 straight balls you can add to the tally. Runners off first and second. D'Arcangelo off first. Hirsch off second. Salerno looks back, Hirsch, and fires low, 2-0. So definitely having trouble finding the strike zone early in this one, and that may not bode well for the rest of his pitching day, and also may not bode well for the team, who doesn't really have many more pitchers available. They could be turning to a Austin Curran or a Reese Palumbo. That will miss. Austin Curran will probably be the last resort for Fairfield, considering they want to try and save him to try and start a game later in the season. Later in the series, rather, as Hernandez will go talk to Salerno out of the mound, try and get him on the same page as Salerno throws, let's see, 11 straight balls to start this game. Nice little breeze kicking up just past 6:30 on this Wednesday afternoon, as Salerno will take his time with this next one and step off the mound. If you're just joining us, top of the second inning. First and second is where the runners lie. 3-0 the count. Salerno deals, and finally we'll get one across the plate. 3-1 the count. The goal here is just get this batter out as quickly as you can. Pitch on the way. Misses. And out of his first 17 pitches, 16 of them are balls. As up to the plate now will step Arnaboldi. Sounds very Italian, like Arnaboldi. He'll wear number 24 on his back. He is the catcher on the night. That's ball 1. The count moves to 1-0. So the bases have been walked, loaded. Salerno will take his time out on the mound, trying that's a very, very good idea what he's doing there. He's obviously in a little bit of a hole, as that's strike 1. Count moves, evens out at 1-1. He's obviously in a little bit of trouble, but he can, if he just keeps spacing out his pitches and getting his mind right, he can definitely keep moving. No runs have been scored yet in this inning. 2 balls and 1 strike with the bases loaded. Arnaboldi steps in, and that's 3-1. And if you're Susie in the Fairfield dugout, you have to be ready. If he walks this batter and he walks a run in, you got to come out and at least say something, try and calm him down. There's a strike, so the count moves full. You got to let him know that this is not all on you. We're down to 10 players. And at this point, it might be better. This might be the best time, as that one's cracked to short. It's going to be gloved. They'll go home and get the run out. So the runners will move. Oh, excuse me. The bases will remain loaded. But they'll finally get an out. And with 1 away, bases still loaded. Here comes Owen Bass. With number 2 on him, playing third base on the night. First pitch is fouled off. And it's a good spot to be struggling in, because now you got the bottom of the order on its way. This 5, 6, and 7 due up. So if you're going to struggle, now would be the time, being that these are some of the weaker hitters on the Greenwich team. Kicks, fires, misses upstairs, 1-1 the count. Again, thanks for joining us. With a ball striking it out, and the bases walked loaded here in the top of the second inning. Greenwich by 4. Got on and missed, 1-2 the count. Try and get you some other scores as we move along, as Salerno will stare right at Bass, and that's strike 3. So Bass gets punched out for out number 2. And with 2 away, here comes McLaughlin. Shane McLaughlin, rather. McLaughlin playing at first base. Second at bat of the game, and he'll foul the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Try and get you some scores as we move along here. Pitch on the way. Misses upstairs, so the count evens out, and a ball and a strike apiece. The 1-1 as Salerno looks him in, kicks and fires. 2-1 the count. .643, and we are still in the second inning as Salerno will step off the mound. So once more, we're ready to go. And the 2-1 will make it 3-1 as he'll miss just a bit upstairs. That one will miss, and so he'll put another run on base, and with that, he will walk in his first run of the day, and a quick visit to the mound as Greenwich takes a 5-0 lead, and didn't take them very long to get on the board. All three of these Greenwich teams, 217U and the 19U team that we've seen this weekend, have just been outstanding. They've been really strong teams, and all around, they've just been good ball clubs. Scores from over the weekend, as we'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard first for tonight. The 19s are in Norwalk for Fairfield. Greenwich takes on Westport at Staples High School. That one underway at 5:30. 5:45 start in Wilton. That'll end up being played under the lights as Wilton plays Bridgeport. Swung on and missed. Count moves to 0-1 on McGrath. That is Jack McGrath, I believe. No, John McGrath. Same thing. Salerno kicks and fires. This one could be the final out of the inning as it's Scott High. Foul territory over at third base. It's gloved by Austin Curran. And finally, the inning is over. So, for what they were given, not a terrible inning. Salerno able to get out of it with only 1 run. 5-0 Greenwich when we return. The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303. And don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com. Aiden Blank back with you for the bottom of the second inning. Greenwich 5, Fairfield 0 here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. We are in the middle of a 19U scoreboard update when we went to break it. Last we checked, Wilton hosts Bridgeport at the Wilton Varsity Field. That will end up being played under the lights. And also one of the lights tonight, Trumbull and Stamford at 8 o'clock at Cubetta Stadium. That should be fun. The Junior Legion version of that, Trumbull and Stamford Junior Legion, will play at 5:30, so that's kind of fun. And that the only other 17U game going on tonight. We'll have both these 17U games tomorrow, plus Wilton hosts Ridgefield at 7 o'clock. So, score updates from over the weekend. In 17U, these guys from Greenwich almost beat the division-leading Stamford. Excuse me. No. Read that wrong, as that's strike one in there to, looks like it is Matt Prue. Second pitch on its way. Cracks it up high. No infield fly rule called, but it doesn't matter because it's gloved by Bikeland on the mound. We're on number one. Yeah, these guys from Greenwich lost to Stamford 10-2. A real tough loss. That'll bring up Aaron Feewiger. Wilton lost to Trumbull 8-7. It was Ridgefield 10, Bridgeport nothing. And of course, in this matchup, it was Greenwich White 8. That's a foul tip, strike one. And Fairfield 3. In 19U, Fairfield loses to Greenwich 5-4, so not a terrible one. This one skied high over at shortstop and easily played by Alza for the second out of the inning. There are two away. Greenwich beats them 5-4. Stamford beats Norwalk 6-5. That had postseason implications, all kinds of them. That's ball one. Trumbull also lost to Wilton. 1-0. We'll try and get you a national scoreboard update in a minute. That'll miss again, so falls behind at the count 2-0. Does Bikeland to Jack Hernandez, calling the balls and strikes as the catcher tonight. That'll be 2-1. He'll be calling the pitches, I should say. Not calling the balls and strikes. The 2-1 to Hernandez. Curveball that didn't really curve, 3-1 the count. Well, we said we'd get you a national scoreboard update, and here it is. The Rays beat the Nats 1-0. And then all these games tonight, Yankees Phils. He'll put Hernandez over on first base. So first we've seen from Greenwich in terms of pitching snafus. Yankees and Phils at 7:05 in Philly. Mariners visit the Orioles at 7:05. At 7:10, Marlins host the D-backs. The Sox are taking on the Angels at 7:10. That in Beantown, so it's a nice East Coast time. Mets host the Pirates at 7:10. A's and Dodgers at 7:10. A's and Tigers. That's ball number one. The Reds and Braves at 7:35 in Atlanta. Padres and Rangers from Texas at 8:05. That'll miss as well. 2-0. Blue Jays Twins White Sox in Chicago at 8:10. Also at 8:10, Blue Jays Astros in Houston. 8:10 is when the Royals visit the Brewers. That's ball 3, and the count moves to 3-0. That game in the home of the Brew Crew in Milwaukee. Indians visit the Cardinals in St. Louis at 8:15, and the two late games are Cubs-Dodgers at 10:10 in LA, and Rockies-Giants in San Francisco at 10:15. That'll be down there for a cold strike. Of course, we're all getting ready for that big matchup over the weekend between the Yankees and the Red Sox. That'll miss, so two straight walks, both on 3-1 counts nonetheless, and That sends up John Salerno, trying to help himself out as he is the pitcher. He'll try and get something going. So with 2 gone and 2 on, Fairfield with the biggest scoring threat by far today. That's strike 1. And, of course, we'll talk Yankees, Red Sox, and we're actually going to talk with Scott Erickson on my talk show on during the week on Thursday. That's ball 1, 1-1 the count. We'll talk with him about a very interesting topic, and that is kind of going under the radar in another sport. In football, the FCAC has lost 7 coaches, or at least 7 coaches have either stepped down, transferred, will not be returning for their next season. And hopefully we'll get some coaches on, maybe possibly to talk about it during the week. Check swing, and yes, he did. So we'll finish that thought. They went to and Scott Erickson will help us navigate the world, the new coaching positions out there. Of course, a couple of schools just got brand new coaches, including Fairfield Ludlow. So very interesting topic. Well, the Dream Bat Company, on a totally unrelated note, the Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players, by ball players. Their family-owned and operated company has been established since 2004, and they would be proud to make your next bat. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players who trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-355-7169. Visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. Also, the next time you're craving a bacon, egg, and cheese, stop into the Country Cow Deli. They have been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make their sandwiches extra special. So come see for yourself why you should graze at the cow by stopping by their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike. Give them a call at 203-371-0303 and visit them on the web, countrycowdeli.com. We'll step aside. Top of the third is next.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll is the chants echoing through the Greenwich dugout as they look to try and put this away. We could be in for a mercy roll here. We saw it actually in the first game that we broadcast on this channel between Fairfield and Stanford weeks ago, as that ball is lined back up the middle. It's a base hit, and what a way to start. It's as if they heard me say mercy rule, and that made them want to get a mercy rule, as Adrian Arnolbaldi will reach base. And with him on base, that will bring up Wyatt Kane. So Kane stares him down. They'll check back to first. And Arnolbaldi in there safe. Oh, excuse me, that is Lillian. Adrian Arnolbaldi and Ethan Lillian. That's a throw down to second as Arnolbaldi will steal. Count moves to 1-0. Yeah, Adrian Arnolbaldi and Ethan Lillian are using the same number tonight. So when you see 24, it's either him. It's one of those two. This is most certainly Wyatt Kane, though. Salerno will step off. Seems to be, the base runners in this game seem to be getting in his head a lot. He stepped off multiple times. Salerno will fire. That'll hit him. So Kane will put some ice on it. Did it hit him? They want to say Greenwich is saying that it did. And they'll say he did. So the question was whether he got out of the way or not. Kane is over at first base with nobody gone here in the top of the third inning. That is going to bring up our pal Toby Hirsch. The top of the order, it'll be Hirsch, D'Arcangelo, and Alza, with Arnold Baldy waiting after that. And it looks like they're going to have a conference about this, with Kane standing over at first base. Well, this seems like a good time. From start to finish, Encon Heating, and oh no, we'll get you that piece in just a minute. Looks like it was a rather short umpires meeting, and they'll keep Kane over at first base. Hirsch will step to the plate. The right fielder, if I recall. Yes, the right fielder in tonight's matchup. As first pitch to him, squares bunt, pops it foul back near us into the screen. Count 0-1. Over at third base, Scott Giorgi, the manager for Greenwich, saying, we don't want you to sacrifice. This kid's throwing wild. There's no reason to give him an out. He's having trouble. That's a nasty curveball. That's strike 2, 0-2 the count. We don't want to give him any extra outs if he's struggling, and if you're bunting for a base hit. No balls and 2 strikes to the lefty. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. This will be a pop-up that will be caught out in left field by Salerno's replacement. We'll call him Salerno's replacement. And there is one away. So up to the plate steps Michael D'Arcangelo. We commented on his hair earlier. We'll do it again. That hair, really nice. He's got that baseball look about it. As Salerno will step off the mound there with one gone. And runners off first and second. Salerno kicks, fires, misses upstairs. A ball and no strikes. Again, our next broadcast, well, you won't have to wait long. Less than 24 hours from now. Well, 5:30 tomorrow night when Fairfield hosts Norwalk in 19U baseball. As D'Arcangelo will have a bat breaker. They'll flip to first and get the out. A head-first slide over at first from D'Arcangelo, and there are 2 away. But both runners will move up a base, so does the job and gets runners to second and third for Greenwich, and that will bring up our friend Zach Alza. Not a guy you could miss, really, as he's the first guy on the roster listed. Listed with number 37, though, and he actually wears number 35. That's ball 1. Count moves to 1-0 with runners off second and third. That would be Lillian off third, Kane off second. Salerno into his motion, kicks and fires. That's going to get by him. And Kane was halfway there. He'll walk home. And with the count 2-0, Greenwich takes a 6-0 lead. So a real nice start. Well, at this point, it's not even a start. A real good 2-out rally that just got going. And Greenwich just 4 runs from qualifying for that mercy. It would be 10 after 5, so they still would have to get through 2 more innings. But considering how late we started, might end little earlier than expected. Is that a foul ball? And we'll go to 2-1. Again, thanks for tuning in to our broadcast here on YouTube. Pitch on the way. Ooh, that just missed. And Hernandez very unhappy about that, as was Salerno. Adrian Arnolboldi, on the other hand, who is at the plate, could not be more happy. Oh, excuse me. Yes, Arnolboldi. That will be ball 4. It's actually Zach Olza. So we're all over the place tonight. That's ball 4, and Olza will move to first base. And with Adrian Arnolboldi to the plate, with runners on the corners and a 6-0 lead for the Cannons. And we talk about it all the time, especially we've talked about it this weekend. The Cannons, such an incredible program that they've got. They've got such an amazing squad of players, and they always seem to be contenders, no matter how good they are. As they'll run the Olza down to second, a fake throw. The count's 1-0. No matter how good you think they are, they always seem to be right there. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Cleveland Cavaliers. As that ball will get by Hernandez, no cover from Salerno. Everyone's moving up a base. 7-0 Greenwich. And as I was saying, it's kind of like the Cleveland Cavaliers, where it doesn't matter if they have 1 star, doesn't matter if they have 5 stars. They will always kind of find a way to get themselves in the mix, no matter what, whether they win or lose. They've lost some big games before. Obviously, every ball club has. That's strike 1, 2, and 1 the count. But they always seem to put themselves in positions of winning. They were in the South. They were in the South Super Regional Finals. They've won state titles before. They won the 15U state titles. That ball's going to get by them. 3 pass balls and 3 straight runs for the Cannons, and they lead it 8-0. So this is becoming rather obnoxious as they lead it 8-0 through 3. It's kind of had so many wacky twists and turns. Being that we start almost 40 minutes late. The Cannons get off to a 4-run first inning and now lead 8-0 through the top of the 3rd. And Sam Weinstein is taken out after the first inning. It could be that they realized this kid's not going to be able to do the job we need him to do. Why not save him for tomorrow or Thursday? Thinking ahead to the series is we will see a pinch run situation. D'Arcangelo will go over to first base. In turn, it looks like the catcher, Arnolboldi, will come to the plate. And that looks like it will be all she wrote for Salerno. And once more, this call to the bullpen is sponsored by Rawlings for gloves, helmets, bats, whatever you need, all your other baseball equipment needs. Head to your local Rawlings retail store. The new pitcher will be Reese Palumbo, and we'll talk to him when we get back.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Reese Palumbo, the new pitcher, after the Rawlings call to the bullpen here in the top of the 3rd inning. He comes in with 2 gone, and not much of a mess. Normally, in these situations, you come in with something, and the only thing you could think of is, well, he comes in down needing to protect, and they're not even leading, needing to hold them. They've scored 8 runs. But at this point, it's just try and hold them so they don't mercy you. Again, this game started almost 40 minutes late. Sam Weinstein, the starting pitcher for Fairfield, is done after an inning. Salerno then gives up a bunch more. It's 8-0. So this game has had so many wacky twists and turns. And you came in thinking it might just be a blowout. Well, it is. But it's a blowout that you never really saw coming. Kind of twists and turned its way. As Owen Bass will lead things off against the new pitcher, Reese Palumbo. At least it looks like Reese Palumbo out there. First pitch from him. Swung on and missed. 0 on the count. Looks like it is Palumbo. He will look in, come to set, kick and fire, misses ball 1. Again, join us tomorrow and Thursday for 19U tomorrow and 17U Thursday. Both games at 5:30, both games right here. This will check the runner back at first. Nothing much there. Should be some fun games. Norwalk here tomorrow. Greenwich right back here on Thursday. Palumbo will kick, fire. It's popped up in the infield. Curran calls him off and will make the play for the final out of the inning. Well, it was an unseasonably hot day today, and from start to finish, Encon Heating and AC does it all. From call Encon Heating and AC for custom heating and HVAC systems, whether it's a residential or commercial, they really do it all. Call them at 203-375-5228. Stop by at 1265 Woodland Road in Stratford, at 100 South Bedford Road, Suite 340 in Mount Kisco, New York, and visit them on the web at goencon.com. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, it is the bottom half of the third inning. Fairfield trying to avoid a mercy rule victory from the Cannons. We'll talk in a moment.
The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169 or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats.
Bottom half of the third inning here on the Fairfield Legion Broad. Fairfield 0 as Austin Curran will get things going here. Wearing number 21 on his back, playing third base. That's ball 1. Fitting that he makes the final out of the top of the third, and now he comes up to bat in the bottom of the third. That's strike number 1, and the count evens out at a ball and a strike apiece. Winds up and fires. And Beichland will miss on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. We are coming to you tonight from the... Excuse me. We're coming to you tonight from the Video Scout broadcast booth, as that ball will be bunted foul but caught over on the first base side of things, and there is one away. So, with one away, that is going to bring up Joey D'Elia. There you go, I said it right. As he steps, and the first pitch is popped in the air. Not much of a hard play there, as Owen Bass will go under it and make the play, and there are 2 down. So 2 away, and it's 8-0 Greenwich here in the bottom half of the third inning. And that will bring up Reese Palumbo. The mound the pitcher. Almost at the mound dealer. He is dealing, but not sure that was the correct baseball terminology. Pitcher to pitcher. And the first pitch is strike one. 0-1 the count. Nice breeze blowing. This is probably the coolest spot in Fairfield right now, only because we're right by the beach. Ooh, a nasty curveball. And again, it misses 1-1. Those curveballs have kind of been very unpredictable. Sometimes they curve, sometimes they don't. Got Curran absolutely froze him for the first batter of the game as that misses 2 balls and a strike. And those curveballs have been really, when they're on, he can really throw it. But yes, as I was saying before my little rant there about the curveballs, it's 3-1 now. We are right near the beach, so you get a nice breeze there. Probably one of the cooler broadcast booths in Fairfield at the moment. Oh, kick and fire, and Palumbo will crack this one on the ground and by the second baseman. So we'll get to himself on base, and we'll see what he can do now with 2 down. And up to the plate steps Sam Weinstein, the original pitcher in this game. Fairfield's been through 3 pitchers over 3 innings. Not something to be proud about. Is the first pitch from Bikeland. We'll check Palumbo over at first base, but he's back in time. Second pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. 0-1 the count. And no balls and a strike. And the pitch. Again, second time this at bat, he will check over to first. Pitch on the way will be a ball. So the count moves to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kicks and fires. Cracked on the ground, a little dribbler that should be no problem. It's going to be picked up by Bikeland. Fires over to McLaughlin at first, and that will do it for the bottom of the third. Fairfield still struggling for offense. We will talk in the top of the fourth as Greenwich will look to add to their 8-run lead and maybe possibly mercy them tonight. It's all coming up right here on your home for Legion Baseball, the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com.
Top half of the fourth inning on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. And Greenwich already clinging to an 8-0 lead in a game that started about 40 minutes late due to a car accident. Thank goodness the Greenwich players involved were okay. Well, Video Scout is a cutting-edge service that is revolutionizing the world of sports recruitment videos, and their staff delivers friendly, timely service at a quality that will not let you down. Stop at their office at 175 Capitol Boulevard in Rocky Hill. Give them a call, 860-304-1955, and email them at tdemoro@gmail.com, or visit them on the web at videoscout.org. Ready to go, and it will be our friend McLaughlin. He is definitely McLaughlin after this lead. Shane McLaughlin, that is. And We will get things going. The first pitch to him is skied high into center. Oncoming is the center fielder, D'Elia, and he will make the play for out number 1. So 1 down, and that will bring up, let's see, that will bring up the designated hitter in this situation. As we said, Greenwich using a DH, and it will be John McGrath, wearing number 5 on his back, and the first pitch to him is a strike. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Excuse me, righty-on-righty matchup, as most of these matchups tonight are. Righty-on-righty. This one a little nubber. That is caught over at second base by Matt Prue, and there are 2 away. So considering the start to the last few innings, it's certainly been a better inning. Now, of course, you knock on wood, Fairfield has been known to not exactly been able to finish, but we'll see what they can do, as that ball will miss upstairs and the count moves to 1-0. But a good start for Palumbo. Maybe they should have, and you got Susie thinking maybe that that's a strike 1-1, that maybe would have been a better option just to start Palumbo and maybe you'd be in this game at this point, but now all you got is a whole bunch of catch-up to play. That one misses way outside. Count moves to 2-1. The 2-1. Kicks and fires. In there for a called strike, 2-2. Again, a very quiet night. It's beautiful, but it's quiet. It's almost beautiful because it's quiet here, as not many fans packing in, especially after the 40-minute delay. Anybody that's not a parent or a friend is basically gone at this point. A nasty curveball, and off the mound walks Palumbo. So something kind of just clicked there. He is dealing. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Fairfield playing a lot of catch-up, down 8-0.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Time now for the bottom of the 4th inning, as Greenwich will throw their final warm-up tosses. Bikeland back for another inning of work. He has thrown scoreless baseball through 4 thus far. And a lead off with, we'll see. Looks like he is going to lead off with, and correct me if I'm wrong, it'll be Prue, Feewiger, and Hernandez, with Matola waiting after that. And the Salerno and then top. So dangerously close to the top of the order. The top of the order hasn't been terrible for Fairfield. The bottom of the order has kind of been killing them as of late, but the top of the order has been very productive for Fairfield, as up to the plate steps Matt Prue, playing its second base tonight. And an 8-0 Greenwich lead. Coming up on 2 hours of this broadcast, and we're still only in the bottom of the 4th inning. At 7:30. Still very much daylight, though. That ball will miss outside. Count 1-0. There's just something about weeknight games that are kind of, it feels like you either play during the day or you play under the lights. That'll miss as well. 2-0. Like, the 5:30 start, I was never a big fan of the 5:30 starts. I understand why. Because you don't have lights here, and that one will be in there for a called strike, 2-1. But I feel like, and this could just be from me watching years of Major League Baseball, but if you're playing it during the week, weekends, I can't, unless it's a Sunday night game, weekends always got to be during the day. You cannot play a weekend night game. The whole point of the weekend is you go out during the day and you're back before 7 and you relax and you have a good time. But that one's hammered foul, 3-2. But I feel like during the week, you're either playing a day game and you get nobody there. You play at like noon or 2 in the afternoon. Or you play at 7 o'clock at night. There's no 5:30. Unless it's part of a doubleheader. Kicks and fires. Caught on and missed. And that will be strike 3. So a good start to the inning for Bikeland. Both pitchers have been dealing recently. The last 4 batters combined have gone down. And here comes Aaron Feewiger with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch is strike 1. Nothing good, 1 the count. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1 is cracked to center field. Oncoming is the shortstop, Alza. He will make the play. And with 2 down, that will bring us to Jack Hernandez, the last hope for Fairfield here in the bottom of the 4th. So 2 down and nobody on. That'll miss outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So now the last 5 batters combined have gone out. 1-0. Bikeland kicks and fires, and it's cracked on the ground to second. A very easy play for D'Arcangelo, and he will make the final out of the inning. So again, a 1-2-3 inning, the second straight 1-2-3 inning we see. And the Cannons are coming back to bat with a chance to mercy.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Ready for the top half of the 5th inning, and it's Greenwich 8, Fairfield 0 here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. Again, Fairfield's offense among many problems with this team that needs to get fixed and ASAP. I'm trying to think. The offense definitely... Well, I'm going to start takeaways from this game already, thinking it's basically out of reach. They'll be happy if they don't get mercied. At this point in the game, takeaways need to be, first of all, the offense has to improve. You cannot win a game when you don't score any runs. That is the most important thing. Second of all, the defense and the pitching. You have to find pitchers that are consistent. And that, if that means trying out every single kid on the team to see who might actually pitch well and you wouldn't even have thought, so be it. But the pitching just has been atrocious. Other than Palumbo, Weinstein gave up 4, Salerno gave up the remaining 4, and I think if you're going to get a good takeaway from this game, it's that Reese Palumbo could be an everyday pitcher. He could be the guy you turn to when you need an out. He could be his curveball was absolutely on fleek last inning. It was incredible. So he could be a guy you turn to when you need an out. And finally, just all-around defense. The fact that they haven't made a throw to first base yet, a successful one from the infield, is mind-boggling. And we'll talk about it on High Noon on Sports Country Internet Radio on Thursday. But those 3 things by themselves are okay. You got, if you have bad offense, okay, you have pretty good defense. Keep yourselves in the game. That's strike 1. But together, when they combine together, it's just not a good situation. That one will sail over Hernandez's glove. 1-1 the count. So you gotta at least fix one of them. If you're not going to be able to fix them all in this season, but if you can fix one of them, if you can get the defense, if you can get yourselves to a spot, as that's a ground ball, beautiful pickup, but again, they can't make the throw to first. Not that that was his fault there. He had a speedy runner, and that was a tough play, but still, as up to the plate comes a pinch hitter, it looks like. Yes. It is Matthias Fernandez. AJ Barber, Tiki Barber's son, also a benchmate of Matthias's. Is Palumbo will kick and fire. In there for a cold strike, nothing at 1. The Greenwich dugout helping him out there is they'll get the out. Oh, excuse me. He'll check back to first. The 0-1. In there for a cold strike, 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes here in the top half of the 5th inning. Looks back, the runner at first base. Kicks, fires, misses outside. Count moves to 1-2. Nice lively crowd underneath us, though, as you can hear. Below us is probably the best area there is to sit at Kiwanis. Pitch on the way. Misses. Throw to second is in time. So there's some defensive effort if he ever needed some. A beautiful throw by Jack Hernandez. And Fairfield is able to get the first out of the inning. So, probably one of the upsides of the game for Hernandez. Definitely, he's come close. There were about 2, I think there were 2 others. And of course, now it sails over his head for a full count. Hernandez has kind of been right there, He's had a couple of throws that were just brilliant and were just too late, but that one absolutely right on the money. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, and there are 2 away. So with 2 down here in the inning, that'll bring up Michael D'Arcangelo. Had a little bit of a trouble pronouncing his name. Him and Joey D'Elia. See, I can't even pronounce it right there, but you try. You butcher, but you try. Pitch on the way. Curveball misses 1-0. Palumbo's got a really good curveball going tonight. He's got it really shooting pit. That one will miss. He's really shooting people down. A couple of the pitchers, we've seen some really good curveballs today with a lot of movement on them. Is the 2-0. 3-0. Again, if Greenwich can score 2 here with a little bit of a 2-out rally and finish Fairfield off without giving up a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, we'll be done. That's in there for a cold strike, and the count 3-1. They could also, if they can't get it done this inning, walk it off next inning. They're up by 10 after 5 or later. It's a little bit of a check swing. And he will run, and he will be thrown out. There's a surprise. But he will get thrown out, and Greenwich goes down 1-2-3 once more. So the pitcher's kind of settling into a groove, but they still lead by 8. Fairfield will hold off the mercy for now. What can they do coming up? We'll check back in just a moment on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of Boar's Head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com.
Bottom of the fifth on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. Fairfield trails 8-0 in this 17U matchup. Thanks for joining us. Ada Blank, a pleasure to have you along with us as we move along on this midweek matchup on a Tuesday afternoon. Again, tune in to High Noon with your host, with, me. Every Tuesday and Thursday at noon on Sports Country Internet Radio. We're starting up next Thursday, and it should be fun. You can go to Sports Country Internet Radio on Twitter and click their website and then follow the directions there to listen to the station. That's strike one. And a good pitch to start the inning to Matola. This one. A fly ball into left center. Right center, but it's immediately snagged for the out, and there is one away. As that'll bring up, let's see who that'll bring up. That will bring up Salerno. But batting in his spot is going to be Andrews. We do not have a first name on Andrews because he is a last-minute call-up. First pitch of ball because they only had 9 players tonight, so they bring in a 10th. Greenwich 8, Fairfield 0. Pitch on the way. That's ball 2. 2-0. The 2-0 kicks and fires. That's ball 3. We'll do it again at 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. 3-0 offering on its way. And finally gets one by him. 3-1. Misses ball 4. So Fairfield able to get a runner here in the bottom of the 5th. And possibly cook something up as Austin Curran will step to the plate. One down here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. A man off first. And Curran will step up to the plate. First pitch to Curran. Popped high and foul. And out of play, strike 1. The 0-1 comes to set, kicks, fires. This one cranked out to left field, and it's going to drop down for a base hit. So a walk and a base hit from Curran will put runners on first and second. That'll bring up Joey Dalia. Again with the name, man. Dalia playing center field, patrolling out in the outfield for tonight. Probably one of the characters on this team from hanging out with them in the dugout. Definitely one of the characters on this team. Likes to have a lot of fun in addition to playing some good baseball. That's what Legion is all about. This one cranked down the line, but foul. Really had a lot on that pitch, but it's one of those balls that just was not going to go fair no matter what. It's the batting cage that's out in left field. Bikeland is still in the game. He comes to set. Fires low, 1-1. And he may have a little bit of trouble coming late in the game. It'll be interesting to see because he is this late in the game and pitching to the 1, 2, and 3 hitters in Fairfield's order. That'll miss. 2-1. As I was saying, he may have a little bit of problems, but nothing too hard. It should, hopefully, as he'll stare down the runner at second, kick and fire. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone, and 2 on here in the bottom half of the 5th. Fairfield trying to avoid a mercy rule, trying to avoid losing a 5th straight. Greenwich trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They played 2 over the weekend with Stanford, so that 2-game losing streak shouldn't really be taken too seriously because, well, they did play a team from Stanford that still leads the division, only 2 losses on the year. That curveball misses and will do it again with a payoff pitch. So, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, that's not something you really want to worry about. They really should worry if they lose tonight, because then you're losing to teams that are barely ahead of you. That one fouled back, but easily playable for out number 2. So the payoff pitch doesn't really live up to many expectations. And there are 2 away for Reese Palumbo. Palumbo trying to help himself out and make sure that he is not pitching under any more pressure than he already is. And that if he can get a run here, make it a little harder for them to mercy next inning, whereas now they could score 2 and that'd be it. Check swing gets by the catchers, so Fairfield moves a runner up to third. That's the farthest they've been today. First time they've reached third base. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Bikelou has been fairly constant on the mound, is still pitching scoreless ball, knock on wood, for the Cannons. Kicks and fires. Palumbo will take it down the middle, strike 1, 1-1 the count. The 1-1 comes to set. Kicks, fires. Crank the other way. That's going to be a little blooper, and Fairfield is on the board. They will send Curran. He will put the wheels on and walk home as Fairfield with a 2-run, 2-out, 2-run single will put themselves down by just 6. It is 8-2. That will bring up Sam Weinstein, try and keep this 2-out rally going, although a man on first is all he's got to deal with. And the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 misses upstairs. 2-0.
Don't let a good pitch go. Come on.
Looks like a plane was coming overhead. The 2-0. Cracked right back up the middle. It's a base hit. They will hold everybody to a base. Palumbo overran second a tiny bit, but nobody was really worried about him as Fairfield will keep the rally going, and they move it down to Austin Prue. And Prue with 2 out. We'll try and get him right back in this. I don't think anybody really expects them to win this game, but if they can get themselves back into it, maybe spark the offense up. And that's what I was saying about the defense earlier. If they could find a consistent defensive player and be consistent on defense and have only held them to, say, 4 runs or even 5, they'd be right in this game, as that's ball 2. And looks like that may be all she wrote for Bikeland's day. Looks like we may have another Rawlings call to the bullpen. Nope, we will not for now. So Bikeland will get to stay in the game as Georgie will talk to his Greenwich Blue squad. And Buckland will stay in for at least another batter as up to the plate steps. Once again, Austin Prue with 2 balls and no strikes. Runners on the corners. The 2-0 delivery. Gixon fires. It's a fly ball to left field, but that will be all she wrote. So a little bit of a rally for Fairfield. And they're suddenly 6 runs down. Not so impossible. We'll talk with you in the top half of the 6th. Only 2 at-bats for either side. You're on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
The Dream Bat Company has bats made for ball players by ball players. Their family-owned and operated bat manufacturing company has been established since 2004 and produces one of the highest quality bats on the market, as well as superior customer service. Join the ever-growing number of professional and amateur ball players that trust their swing to the Dream Bat Company by calling them at 860-335-7169 or visit them at 64 Field Road in Somers, Connecticut in Suite F, or email them at info@dreambats.com. So the next time you're in the need for a new wood bat, head on over to the Dream Bat Company for the latest and greatest in the world of baseball bats.
Well, tune into our broadcast on tomorrow when Fairfield takes on Norwalk right here at Kiwanis Field. Our coverage begins at 5:20 with the Legion Extra pregame show, and first pitch is scheduled for 5:30. It's all in your home for everything Fairfield Legion, the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network. Fairfield able to get 2 runs last inning with only 2 outs. With 2 outs, and now they'll look to finish the deal tonight. It's back out for a third. We'll call it second and a third. Going on second and a third innings of work is Reese Palumbo. So the Ludlow freshman will try and get Fairfield going, trailing by 6 here in the top of the 6th. He'll face looks like the the bottom half of the order. Or is it? We'll find out in just a moment. We'll check right now. Oh, it is. So it is AJ Alza. It is Zach Alza. The first pitch to him is ball 1. So we'll face 3, 4, and 5. So basically the heart of the order. This will be a pretty big test for Palumbo. Pitch on the way. Also, we'll take it upstairs. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1 the count. Is get a little jammed on that pitch. Was trying to fend it off. The count moved to 2-1. Game hasn't lasted that long. We've been here for a little bit longer than that. We've been here since about 4. So it's coming up on 3 hours that I've been here. Pitch on the way. Inside part of the plate. 3-1. Remember, this game started late due to some issues with a car crash involving some of the Greenwich players. And, of course, our condolences to them for any damaged possessions as count moves to 3-2, and thankfully they're all here. They're all okay, as the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kick, deal, miss, and that's ball 4. So he'll hustle down to first, and Palumbo will walk the first batter he sees. So after walking the leadoff man, that will bring up Lillian. Ethan Lillian, that is. He'll step in with no outs and a man off first. Palumbo comes to set. Kicks and fires. Misses outside, ball 1. They'll throw down to second. It's not in time as the ball came loose. It's kind of a delayed reaction to the steal, and a 1-0 count. We said it wouldn't, that Greenwich could mercy. That's still on the table. 4 runs. They've done it before. They've scored 4 runs in 2 innings before. In an inning twice in this game. Kicks and fires. This is upstairs 2-0. Crouched a little bit to try and sell the reaction. The 2-0 from Palumbo. Looks back the runner at second. He'll kick and fire, and this one will be in the air to left center, and it's going to drop. They'll throw it in and hold everybody. Oh, no, it's a stand-up. It's a sliding, double for Ethan Lillian, first hit of the day, and he gets a 2-0 pitch and drives it, and the winning run is on deck for Owen Bass. The winning run is actually going to be McLaughlin. Shane McLaughlin stands on deck. Pitch on the way. Misses upstairs. How funny would it be if McLaughlin came up with a bases loaded, hit a walk-off grand slam to mercy him. Pitch on the way. Misses on the inside part of the plate. 2-0. So again, falls behind 2-0 in the count. Top half of the 6th inning with the runners off first and second. This one in the dirt, got by the catcher, and an easy run will come for the Cannons. And they lead it 9-2.
I don't know. It doesn't look like that first dog. You know, the step thing. Yeah, it's the dragon over there.
9-2 your score.
It's got to be dragon. Yeah, it's got to be dragon.
Pitch. Ball 4, so that will not load the bases, but put him in a good situation, and the winning run in Owen Bass will, in Shane McLaughlin steps to the plate. With nobody gone in the top of the 6th inning, and runners on the corners. On deck is, trying to look. On deck is John McGrath. He'll be followed by Ethan Lillian. And then Kane. This is a fly ball into center. It's caught. A tag opportunity. They throw it, but it's going to be off target. And with one down, the Cannons inch closer and closer to this mercy. Something coming into the inning we thought would be not really accomplishable, but Greenwich has taken the 10-2 lead. And here comes John McGrath with an opportunity to get some more runs in with a man off first. And at this point, he represents the winning run. Tying the, wouldn't really know what to call him. Swing and a miss. We'll call him an insurance run. Is 0-1. Of course, if they don't do it this inning, they could do it next inning. As Palumbo comes to set. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2, so we get to head 0-2 in the count. Greenwich by 8. It's been a fairly easy evening other than that last inning for them, when Fairfield scored 2 with 2 out. As Palumbo will come to set, shakes a couple of signs off, checks the runner at first, comes to set once again, kicks and fires. It's a ball, throw to second. Not in time. They just miss him. And that could have been a nice situation there with a 1-2 count and 2 gone had they gotten him. But unfortunately, they cannot. And Greenwich will try and score run number 11. who stands off second base. Palumbo looks the runner back. Fires high, 2-2. That hopefully did not rattle him up on the mound, that steal. Hopefully he'll be able to bounce back and get the out here. Misses on the inside part of the plate, so he answers with 3 straight balls after going up 0-2 in the count. And now we'll see a payoff pitch like none other. Comes to set, looks the runner back. Kicks, fires the payoff pitch. No, sir, and he walks the potential winning run and puts him on base. So with 1 away, here comes Ethan Lilliott, wearing number 24, playing in left field. And a time will be called, and we'll see if they have another call to the bullpen. Looks like they will have a call to the bullpen. Yes. So the new pitcher for Fairfield. We'll have a new pitcher for Fairfield. We'll see who he is. And this Rawlings call to the bullpen is always brought to you by Rawlings. For bats, gloves, helmets, and all your other baseball equipment needs, head to your local Rawlings store. You know the drill. In place of Palumbo comes Matola. Probably not their first, and I'm not going to lie, probably not their first choice in terms of a pitcher, but Charlie Matola, the 190-pounder from Fairfield Ward, will graduate in 2022. He's going to be a freshman there in the fall. Bats left, throws right, and stands tall at 5'5". So Matola will try and keep it going, and try and stop Greenwich from winning this ball game. And it'll be Lillian, Kane, and top as Greenwich prepares to try and mercy them. So in steps Ethan Lillian to try and win this ball game. First pitch, cranked the other way into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and the bases will load. Hernandez had to play backup on an errant throw from right field, and just like that, the winning run can score on a hit. As up to the plate comes Kane. Wyatt Kane wearing number 13. There's a run. Greenwich will take an 11-2 lead. Not really sure how that run scored. This could do it. It's a base hit to right field, and the Cannons will take a 12-2 lead. Looks like they will keep playing, possibly. So it will continue. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. Not really sure. So they will actually make Fairfield play. They will let Fairfield try and avoid the mercy, it looks like. That's ball 1. 1-1 the count. Either that or it could be some missed scorekeeping on my part, which is entirely possible. Looks in for the sign, and the 1-1 on its way. Is a pop foul. Count goes to 1 and 2. At this point, for Greenwich, this is a good spot to just take some hacks. That'll miss. 2-2 the count. Players from the Greenwich dugout wanted him to wear it and let it hit him. But he'll choose to do with 2-2, and it's going to miss. We'll do a payoff pitch. A little bit of rhyming there for your viewing pleasure. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A payoff pitch on the way. Looks the runner back at third. Kicks, fires, swing, and a miss. And there are 2 away. So with 2 down, here comes Michael D'Arcangelo. First pitch to him. Foul ball. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. The pitch on the way. Ground ball, third base. Good play by Curran. Across the diamond they go! And they'll get him! So Fairfield will get one last chance to try and conjure up a run and avoid the 12-2 loss. We'll talk to you in the bottom of the 6th in just a moment.
The Country Cow Deli has been serving Fairfield County since 1986. What started as a small convenience store blossomed into a sandwich shop, and with the support of their customers, has continued to grow since. Their rolls, pastries, and bagels are delivered fresh every morning from New York, so you will never find stale bread here. And while they carry a selection of boar's head meats, they also roast their own turkey and roast beef in-house to make sure their sandwiches are extra special. So come taste one of their famous bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches yourself by stopping into their deli at 2505 Black Rock Turnpike, or give them a call at 203-371-0303, and don't forget to visit them on the web at thecountrycowdeli.com.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Just in time for the bottom of the 6th inning. Greenwich on top 12-2, trying to finish this ball game off. And again, stay tuned for the Legion Extra program. Excuse me, for the Legion Extra post-game show that airs immediately after every game. We'll have game highlights, in-depth analysis, post-game interviews, scores from around the league, and much more. It's all in your home for Fairfield Legion Baseball, the Fairfield Legion Network, and we could be doing a little early, as that is a foul ball. If this continues as it does, Aaron Feewiger goes down the count 0-1. It is 8 o'clock, or just after it, depending on where you are. Could be 5 o'clock, could be 6 o'clock. Pitch on the way. Swing is going to be actually strike 3. So 1 down. So 1 down. And that will bring up Jack Hernandez. First pitch is ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In the dirt, 2-0. The 2-0 kicks and fires. High and is 3-0. The 3-0. Another curveball. Couple of curveballs that can't curve, and with 1 away, Fairfield will get a runner, and that'll bring up Charlie Matola. Matola on the mound for Fairfield today. Or recently, as of last inning, this will be a pop fly that will be easily caught over at third. Matola will fly out. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. So Fairfield down to their final out. And that will bring up Andrews in the place of Salerno. Andrews' second at bat of the game. That's strike 1. Second pitch will miss. Do it again at 1-1. This is their team, but they're not here. He's not here either. They only have 10 players. Pitch on the way. This will be fought off. Goes to 1-2. The 1-2. Fairfield down to their final strike. Is popped up to left field. It will be caught. And that will be And that will be the ball game. So your final tonight is Greenwich 12 and Fairfield 2. The Legion Extra postgame show comes your way in just a few minutes. It's Fairfield falling to Greenwich 12-2 here on the Fairfield Legion Broadcast Network.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Fairfield falls in 6 innings, 12-2 at the hands of the Greenwich Cannons. Back with you on the Legion Extra post-game show. Final score, Greenwich 12 and Fairfield 2 in a mercy. And look, there's not many positive things to take about this if you're Fairfield. We'll give you that. We're not going to try. I'm not going to stand up here and try and tell you that it's perfect and sunshine and rainbows, but there certainly were some positives, and the positives certainly are definitely something you should look at. Fairfield came up, and they have found some new players that can pitch. They have found some new players that can play in different positions. It's a good situation in that they had 10 players. Greenwich had 13. They were definitely outnumbered. They probably would have... You knew they were going to lose whether or not they had those players there, but they came in just completely dismantled, and it was a tough situation. And I think some of the big outcomes is that Palumbo is a solid pitcher. This kid is a good pitcher, and he definitely can come in, and if you need him for an inning or two, obviously, he's not going to be consistent after that, but if you need him for an inning or two, he's somebody that you can clearly rely on for a good inning or two. On the Greenwich side, there were a ton of positives, and obviously, it's the day that started with those 4 Greenwich players getting into a car crash. We had about a 40-minute delay, which is why we're ending this so late, and thank goodness they're okay. But they certainly had definitely rallied, and they were going to come in, and it was pretty clear that from the beginning, unless Fairfield stopped them, they were going to win this game. They came in as if with the attitude that we're going to come in, we're going to win this game. And unless you try and stop us, we're going to win this game. So they definitely get a good win. With the win, they break their 2-game losing streak. Fairfield has now lost 5 in a row. They are 6-8. Greenwich improves to 500 at 3-5. So that said, we will say goodbye from Kiwanis Field. For our entire crew, hold on, we will try this again. That was a little bit of a badly executed exit. We will try this once more. For our entire crew here at Kiwanis Field, and myself, Aiden Blank, and our executive producer, Sarsfield Ford, tune into our next broadcast tomorrow night when Fairfield takes on Norwalk right here at Kiwanis Field. Coverage begins at 5:20 with the Legion Extra pregame show. First pitch begins at 5:30. Now for everyone here at Fairfield Legion, General Manager Sarsfield Ford, your 19U head coach Tyrone Kingwood, and the rest of our Legion crew. Your final score once more, Greenwich 12 and Fairfield 2 in 6 innings for everyone here at Kiwanis Field. I'm Aiden Blank saying so long and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. We will see you right back here for more 19U baseball tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody.